one document that everyone should consider, even if you're not at advanced stages of life, would be the power of attorney. A power of attorney is a document that you can execute when you're competent of legal mind that enables someone else to help manage your affairs. So if, and there are different types. One would be is immediate, it's a durable power of attorney, meaning that you don't need a doctor to certify that you're incompetent. It's immediate, and you can designate specific duties that someone can act on your behalf. This person would be able to take that document to the bank. If you designate that they can pay your bills or handle your financial affairs, they can open accounts in your name if you give them that authority. It's a very valuable tool. They are acting as if they are you. They have to have that document, and you can revoke it. If you revoke it, you're going to want to give them notice to destroy the document. And if you have bank accounts, you probably would want to notify the bank that the power of attorney is no longer valid. The other type of power of attorney for the more cautious would be a springing power of attorney. And with that, you would need to be incompetent in order for that agent to act on your behalf. The downside of that would be that someone needs to make that determination that you're incompetent, and that usually would be a doctor would certify that you are not of sound mind, you cannot handle your affairs, and this person could then act on your behalf. And the reason it's a downside is one, you're going to probably be paying that doctor to make that certification, but it's also a time lag. So if you have complex issues that require transactions done on a daily basis, whether that's access to your credit cards or the ability to get into your bank account, to pay necessary things such as food or your mortgage, waiting can be a problem. And then there's a very limited power of attorney that's also durable. So for example, if you need to sell your house, but you're going to be out of state, you could designate someone as the power of attorney to sign for you. So that ends when the person becomes incompetent, and it's for a very limited duration. It's just for that transaction. So it's a document that you might want to think about, especially if you do have older parents that don't yet have Alzheimer or dementia. It's time to talk about that now, because once they do have, end stages or even middle stages, they might not be of sound mind and body to designate who they want to handle their affairs. And that doesn't leave you high and dry, but it leaves you with the problem of having to go through guardianship and petitioning the court to be the guardian. It's an expensive process. It requires a filing fee. It requires an attorney. It requires a petition with the court, and it's going to require a hearing as well as a significant delay. So again, for a minimal amount of money, you could have an attorney draft for you a power of attorney, regardless of, like I said, if you're at advanced stages or not. It's just in the event something happens, you never know what's going to happen. You could end up in a coma. You could end up, unable to handle your affairs, and having that security of a person you trust to step in if needed will give you sleep at night.